Alright. So this was the house. This was the dining room when we first moved in. It was all wooden walls, very, very dark. There was none of the walls were an exterior wall to the house. And this was as light as it would ever get. And with all of the windows being open, no curtains, the light, all yeah, these are very bright light bulbs for it to try to brighten it up. Yeah, this is the dining room. On to the next picture. This is the previous stove. This is our stovetop, our oven that we bought. This is the previous one. Definitely fairly old-fashioned. You can see the cabinets. None of them shut completely. Additionally, you can see the old door there. Yeah, it's the cabinets were definitely Age of Empires. Larsman, this is a basement tour that the several people were asking for. We got several subscriptions for it. After I do the basement tour, I will be doing some Age of Empires gameplay. But yep. So this is the kitchen. If you want to stick around, Larsman, it won't be that long until I get into Age of Empires. This is the living room, and you can see this wall here. We ended up tearing it all out, and I will show you video of that in a bit. Hey, Dinah. Yep. Well, it is a nice house. You can see the improvements we made though. This is our previous pantry. Once again, the doors don't shut. It's fairly lots of work and that could be used to make it better. You can see all the dark colors in each room. This is the master bedroom. Linoleum floor, very dark colors. This is the other side of the living room. The floor is longleaf pine. It's an older wood that is basically non-existent. It is existent, but it was so deforested that it hasn't been used very much. It hasn't been used at all really in recent years due to it there being so little left. The garden. I will show you the garden in just a bit. This is the sunroom. We actually put up a wall in the middle of this to break apart both rooms, or to make it two different rooms, so an office and laundry room. This is the bathroom previous to everything else. The toilet was falling through the floor. Yeah, this is underneath the house. I installed a bunch of new piers. I did concrete footings and then put screw jacks, so it was very easy to level in the future. You can see some of the PEX plumbing that we also did. Put new beams in several places where it needed it. Love the space American houses get. Most American houses don't have as much as this. This house was built before 1950, not long before, but before 1950. And so there's very large rooms because of that, larger than normal even for American houses. You can see another pier that we did. There's another shot of the kitchen right before we tore out the walls and remodeled that. Another shot of the underneath the house, the pier and beam. You can see how little space there is there. There's barely space for a person to fit here. Like, you wouldn't be able to climb underneath here without touching the blue piping. And that's it for the pictures. We have some viewers here now, so I am going to get onto my streaming from my phone, and I'm going to show you the garden. I'm going to show you everything else that you guys want. Go ahead and join me. I will be ending the stream, and I'm going to be starting the stream right away from my phone. Let me get that ready, and we are going to do it now. All right. This is our house, and some signs we have. All right. So this is the front door as we walk in. Like the cross? I'm glad you like it, Retic. All right, so this is the front door. I don't know if everyone was here last night. Probably not. But I'm going to go over what I did last night a little bit. I built these. They're made out of pallets. It was basically free. I had to buy the screws and I had to buy the paint, but the pallets, the wood themselves was free. It really nice. It was actually really, really functional. None of the dirt, I can show you this really quick. None of the dirt gets trapped in because of the holes in it and how it was designed. But yeah, it's really, really nice. It has key rings and it has hooks for the coats. This is the living room. As you can see, it is much, much brighter colors than it was previously. One of the pictures was from about right here, and on the left-hand side, that's where the old pantry was. Then there was a wall, right, you can see it on the floor a little bit where the wall previously existed. I have not fixed that yet. There's a lot to do with remodels, but yeah. This is the new kitchen. It is cabinets built by my family and new granite countertops, which we also got for free because someone was getting rid of them and we took them out of the previous house. Backsplash I put up. We're very frugal, my family, or my wife and I specifically. And it's slate and it looks really good, but it was also one of the cheapest backdrops we had, so that was available. So everything in here was done for a fraction of the cost, but it looks really good and done professionally due to it being done by ourselves without hiring out labor. So these are the drawers, or the cabinets. If you want to see anything more, go ahead and ask me. This is the window. This is actually steel bars here, and the reason for that is that it's not going to rot out, and it's by the kitchen sink. So if you had wood there, it would rot out eventually, even if it had a really good finish on it. This is our fridge, and I built this table. This is made out of Brazilian tiger wood, and there's a few really nice aspects of it. One thing I always hated about tables was when your feet would kick the pedestal or the legs, and they'd be super obtrusive. These feet are of the table. The legs of the table are not obtrusive at all. They are very small and they don't get in the way at all. Additionally, there is a slight curve to the table. You can kind of see that. And that enables people to, it's actually, it doesn't make much of a difference, but it does make a difference. So you're not turning around as much and turning your head around as much when you talk to people, and it's just a little bit easier. I make my own furniture, yes. Prior to this stage of our life, I owned my own custom furniture company. I am a 4th generation carpenter, and I started doing carpentry when I was 12. This is the office. Let me show you this real quick. You guys saw this some already. I am going to be building a desk this weekend. You can stay tuned for, or not stay. You can watch that later. I'm going to show videos and pictures of the process of making the desk. This is, as you can see, we definitely need to make a desk. This is a very rudimentary setup here, but that's that. This is the rest of the house. You can see one of the pictures was the dining room from this point of view. And you can see how much brighter it is. It's much brighter. It also is, it's much more open. You can see how much more open it is. There was 3 separate rooms prior to this. You can kind of see where the walls were on the floor. There was a opening right here where for a doorway. There was one here and then one here. We tore out a lot of the walls, put some steel beams in to support the weight of the house, and we also put some a pier underneath the house, right underneath this this post, and we put a pier and a beam there to support more weight. We'll look at the rest of the house real quick for you guys. This is my son's bedroom. This is, I didn't make all the furniture in our house. I did make a lot of it, but I did not make this dresser or this changing table. When we were making, sometimes it's just cheaper. It literally is cheaper to buy something than it is to make it yourself. Just for the materials. The materials for either of those would have cost more than it did for the dresser or the changing table itself. This is my son's crib that I did build. It is, for anyone curious, there are lots of laws and regulations regarding building cribs. So it is something that pretty much all carpenters shy away from. Custom carpenters, they all shy away from it, basically because it's, in a lot of ways, it's almost illegal in America, at least. But there's a lot of really cool things about this. You can raise and lower the bed anywhere from about right here. I'm going to show you guys about right here all the way down to where it is right now. And that has some big advantages. When the kid is really little and doesn't roll around, you can have it at the very top, and you don't have to bend over as much to pick up the kid. You can change his diaper there. It's almost like a changing table and bed in one. You can, as they get older, you can move it down and more until they will get to the point where they crawl out of it completely. Additionally, when they are able to crawl out of it completely, I can take off this whole side, and it's just bolted on right now. So I could unbolt it and take off a whole side, and it's their own bed. So it's made to be very functional. It did. Yay, Rip J. That's so good. I'm so happy to hear that. That is something I can suggest to other people then. And then this is these are drawers that I made for it too. So yeah, very, very functional crib. You find everything I build is as functional as possible. I have seen a lot of different furniture, a lot of different cabinet pieces around in my lifetime. And I am able to take inspiration from the best of them and make my own. That is Isaac's bedroom. This is the guest bathroom. It has not been remodeled at all yet. We had to put a piece of plywood down here just so that the toilet wouldn't fall through. So yeah, you can kind of see the ceiling and see some of the water damage. The water damage is from before we moved here, and it was I made sure it was fixed before we moved in. There was a couple things that I required when buying a fixer-upper house. One of them was that there was no extensive water damage and no foundation. The foundation wasn't in a really bad shape. Both of those would be can be really expensive to fix and just not worth them in a lot of times. You can see some of the old cabinets and how they never shut completely. yeah, they never shut completely, and it's definitely you can you can see these, they never shut, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. We've remodeled most of the house. A little bit of the floors still need to be done, and a little bit of the both the bathrooms and the master bedroom needs to be done, but we've done basically everything else. This is my messy daughter's bedroom. This is a bed my brother made, and he was done with it, so he decided to give it to us. And yeah, it's my daughter's bedroom. You can see the curtains with little birds on them, pink curtains, pink sheer curtains with birds on them. And then I'm gonna show you guys the master bedroom. Master bedroom, I built this bed. It is black walnut and zebra wood. You can kind of get a better view of it there. Hey Roro, BC. Well, I told everyone that I would do it at 19 GMT. They can watch the VOD if they want. They can also, I will be probably uploading it to YouTube. But yeah. So this is the master bedroom and the master bed. I built this myself. It's a zebra wood and black walnut. It's a really, I really enjoyed making this. A little bit of a fun story too. The nightstands, when my wife and I were dating, before we were engaged, I built one for her and one for myself. Yeah, by that time I was pretty sure we were going to stay together. So that's what I did with the nightstands. You can see our dresser that, yeah, I didn't build that, but yeah. This is the other bedroom, other bathroom, and it's something we need to remodel also. But pretty small shower, yeah. You guys can see how a lot of these colors were what were here. All of these colors in this room were what were here before, and you can kind of see how much darker it is than the rest of the house. Other bedroom. This is the third bedroom. The bathroom. Yeah, right. This is the laundry room. This we remodeled this. We have not painted it yet, and it still needs a bit of work. But you can see how much previously the laundry room was in an exterior room. So it's in a much better place now. Much easier to work with. We don't deal with the washer freezing up, literally freezing up in the middle of the winter and different things like that. Done a lot of work on the house, and I will show you guys outside now. Do you guys have any questions so far? Full of trees and green. Yep. Is it good enough connection though? I hope it is. Green beans here, you can see that. Some more squash. I hope it's a good enough connection. Let me know if it's not. We have some jalapenos growing. Those are, yeah. Some carrots. You can see all of the tomato plants. There's lots of tomatoes. Can you guys hear me? All right, I think you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can't. These are our basil leaves. The stream stopped for a sec. Yeah, if it keeps on cutting out, I'll have to switch to cellular plan. But yeah, some basil, lots of basil. It's crazy how well that grows. And then we have some cauliflower, strawberries, kale, lavender, aloe vera, and some more squash. It's growing very, very well. We haven't weeded the garden when we first started, but have not dealt with it near as much. Life has been very hectic, and yeah, it's still growing well, producing really well. I think I showed you the yellow squash right here. You can see that growing. Zucchini squash right here is starting to grow. Some green beans, and we have probably around 250 tomatoes. I can show you. I showed you some already, but yeah, they're going super, super well. You can see lots of them there, and yeah, I counted on a few different plants, and it's about 25 tomatoes per plant, and we have 9 different tomato plants. So yeah, it's really crazy. I will show you the backyard for a second from right here. This shed I put up, it is a plastic shed. I could have built a wooden one, but we needed something quickly and did not have the means to do that. And my daughter, she loves meeting people, and my son also being super happy. And I will show you the backyard. Well, I'll just show you the backyard from here. A play set for the kids. It is. We have a fire pit back there that I made myself, put together myself, and it's we barbecue on it a decent amount. It's a lot of fun. Also have a persimmon tree way in the backyard. I don't know if you guys want to see all of that. Let me know if you do. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the house. If you guys have any more questions, go ahead and ask away. You wish I was your dad? Yeah, my kids, I enjoy being a dad a lot. My kids love it a lot. Yeah, one thing I showed last night that I am really grateful for is we have a magnet and we have the drawers, and they cannot open unless you use the magnet in a perfect spot. That is to prohibit our kids from getting into them, which they would constantly do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions you guys have? You guys can see our island, see this from a different perspective. It's much brighter colors. It's a very light blue as opposed to a dark brown or gray. When did I move in? We moved in about 3-ish years ago. You see our clock. I enjoy the old analog clocks, if you will, the old clock hands. And it also is really good for teaching your kids how to read time like that. Yeah, if you guys want to see, oh, kids really want to say hi. Hello.
Hi.
Soviet says hi. You say hi, Soviet? You can say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Tim Retic says hi also, and Uber Sater smiles at you. Keep your dress down, yeah. Keep your dress down. Okay. This is my daughter's stuffed animal. She named it Flower Sparkles. It's a little kitty cat. But yep. And that's pretty much it. Anything else? Oh, you guys can see my wonderful wife. She's covering up her face because she knew that She wanted to say hi. This is the face behind all the YouTube videos, editing and everything. And she's wonderful. She's the love of my life. Like, she's had enough of saying that. Oh, one thing I did show last night, but something that we have done in a few houses with the cabinets that we have realized is just really amazing, and it's probably going to be revolutionary around the world at some point, and just commonplace, is a raised dishwasher. So the advantages of that is that you never have to bend over when filling up your dishwasher and taking everything out.
Are you gonna patent that?
Well, it's not patented, no. It's not. We didn't come up with it per se. I don't think. We haven't seen it done anywhere else. Perhaps we did, but yeah, it's really easy to do your dishes. You never have to bend over. It's a lot easier on your back and all that. So it's really nice. And yeah, it's really nice. I think that's about it. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to see in the house?
Daddy, did you forget my room?
Nope, I showed your room.
It's very messy.
Yeah. All right. So we can get to some Age of Empires. I am going to stop the stream for just a moment, and I'm going to start it right back up on my on the computer. So let me go ahead and stop it.
Jailed is in the way.
Yep, little Jailed. He is.
He likes to just sit there with his headphones on and pretend to be jailed.
Yeah, pretend to be daddy.
Mhm.
He likes to do everything daddy does and copies him a lot. Yeah, he might. All right, so I'm going to stop the stream here, and I'll be right back in 5 seconds on the desktop. 1 second.